Sweet Derek, are we live?
We are live, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Naturals Pod.
Welcome to this episode of the Naturals Pod. As always, respectfully, I'm Uncle Kyle. Seated on the sticks once again, Sweet Derek, the producer.
We back on the sticks.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest, a maven in the local nonprofit sector. She's been known to be a star of the theater and the stage. Maybe those are the same thing. My sister, the incredible Caitlin Shea. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Brother Kyle, a.k.a. Uncle Kyle, to the rest of the world, respectfully.
Respectfully, as always. And as you'll notice, and Sweet Derek was super happy about this, I'm rocking the Niners gear officially. We are jumping onto the bandwagon. We are going from a solid complete losing record to an undefeated record, and we will be champions this year. As a newly branded Niners fan, we're going to the Super Bowl.
And the Super Bowl is in Vegas this year, this coming season, so you could be seeing them play live in your backyard.
Yeah, maybe if we win the Mega Bucks. Can you imagine how insane the tickets to those are?
They're going to be wild.
We actually looked them up. I think they're like 3,000 starting.
Oh my goodness.
In the nosebleeds, I like it.
Well, you're actually going to get to go to the opening of the Sphere, right? And everybody knows about that, the Madison Square Garden Sphere. Has this crazy screen on the outside of the building, and they've been doing all these projections, a basketball for the NBA All-Star break, the eyeball, and the inside, I don't know if you've seen it on Instagram, the video wall inside is incredible. They were playing like a nature scene with elephants coming at you, and it looked like you were outside and it was real. So that is going to be really cool. But to the same point, expensive.
Yeah, I'm going on Friday night to the opening, and I'm so excited because everything in there, from the sound to the video technology, all the AV is custom made. A lot of it was done first of its kind out of Germany, and they're already talking about making one of these in Dubai, which is unbelievable.
Of course, in Dubai, where rich people are abundant.
Yes.
But who's playing? Who are you going to see?
I'm going to see the one, the only U2.
That seems like a good choice. I don't know how people feel on you. What's your stance on U2, Derek?
My stance is when you put a CD automatically on my iTunes volume library.
I knew it, dude. And to your point, yeah. Hated that when they were just like, you're going to have this CD now, and then you have to go through like a 12-step process to get
delete
it off of there.
It's bullshit.
Do you still have it on your phone, or did you end up getting rid of it?
I don't think I deleted it.
It's still on my phone, dude, and I hate it so much.
I'll dust it off, though, just for the concert, so I know a couple of the
Yeah, exactly.
hits.
Listen to it just so you look like a legitimate fan.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Bloody Sunday is a decent song, though. I will give him that.
It is. I like that one.
U2 has so many bangers. Like, they were probably, arguably, one of the most commercially viable bands ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a fan. Will I nod my head and tap my toe? Sure, whatever.
They've done a lot of good for the world. I mean, they go in a lot of different countries and a lot of different places, and they've done a lot of philanthropic things that I love because, of course, that's my world and my vibe.
Absolutely. Shout out Bono. We love Bono.
Shout out for real.
Bono, kind of a strange guy, but when you're like that level of a rock star and also a worldwide philanthropist, who can blame you for being a little strange?
Everyone's a little weird.
Speaking of shows, you just recently closed out of the Kinky Boots tour at Super Summer Theater, and leave a little ditty in the comments. Tell us what you thought about it. I thought it was great. I super duper enjoyed it.
It was fun. I hung up my gold knee-high boots on my birthday, actually. And the show was great. It's one of the little hidden gems here in Vegas, the Super Summer Theater. It's outdoors. People don't think of that type of thing when they think of Las Vegas, and you drive out in Red Rock and this just appears out of nowhere. And I was lucky to have my brother in the audience, but really good show.
And it's a great experience. You get out there, you're in nature. They have you'll definitely see a donkey. I've never gone out there and not seen a donkey walking around. But it's nice. It's tucked into the mountains, so when the sun goes down, it gets nice and cool, and you get to see a nice show. And the production value is incredible. They put a ton of work into this, and the majority of them are not even paid to do it. So it's really a passion thing. It's something you guys love, and I admire that. I like coming to watch you do your thing.
Do your thing.
So now we're just getting back to like the regular grind of life. Uncle Kyle took 2.5 weeks off of the gym, which was a big mistake.
It was painful.
Yeah, and you were prodding me the whole time. You're like, let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym. Caitlin and I are gym buddies, which isn't always great when we're both having kind of a bad day, but I feel like we take the anger out on the iron, and there is always premium people watching. And today, and this is the second time, Derek, today, this guy smelled so bad, like you didn't even have to get within 10 feet of him.
The body odor situation on a grown man is astounding to me. You can't tell me that you don't smell yourself and go, my God, I smell like I crawled out of a dumpster like a little raccoon.
I got to go ham to get to that level of stinky because, as I've mentioned many times on this podcast, I like this to look good and smell good.
Fresh
we got
and
the
clean.
lotions, the potions, the soaps, the shampoos, the conditioners. Just like my bathroom could rival yours, buddy.
It really could. I mean, it's good. But yeah, you and I started going to the gym together back in January, and I have to thank you because you made me go. Shout out to the GOAT, Uncle Kyle, respectfully. But yeah, we have a good time, and I will say our gym has some weird people, but we do have a really good time, and
That's
we get
what you
some
get
good
for
laughs
$10 a month. That's what you get.
$10 on a budget.
I feel like arguably when we were going there and it was Gold's gym, the
Oh.
people were exponentially weirder back then. The guy that would
was
wear the
the
tiny
roids.
bodysuits,
Yeah.
and he was shaking the stick around and doing all the weird stretches, and he had that very long, thin ponytail. Like, these are the people that you want to look at desperately because you're like, oh, you're being super weird in public.
And that was when we were in high school, when it was like
Correct.
steroid nation. Like literally everybody in that gym was on steroids except us. And I'm like, maybe, nope, we want a good heart and some good lungs for a while.
I mean, a lot of people are on gear now, so I don't think it went anywhere. It just kind of was more refined.
Who was the guy that you had me go up and do the dare about Natty or not?
Oh, yeah. Shout out Kenny KO. I love your channel. If you haven't seen it, Kenny KO has a fitness-based channel, and the majority of the stuff he does is debunking myths about steroid usage. He himself, I believe he talks about it quite a bit. He uses TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy, which is supposed to be a little gentler on the body. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. But shout out Kenny KO. He was super cool. I dared Caitlin to go up to him and say, are you natty or not, bro? And he just turned around. He smiled because she was like, is this guy going to be mean to me?
I was worried he's going to like knock my lights out.
Yeah, but I've watched so many of his videos. He's such a cool guy. I was like, no, he will laugh for sure. And he did. And then I came up and I fangirled a little bit. Whatever. Like, whatever. I did.
He was nice though. And he's always very pleasant when he's at the gym.
Yeah. I mean, he does his own thing. I think I think he goes to the influencer gyms that have like an insane membership. And I'm inclined to believe that he gets invited to come to do content there because there's a lot of those gyms now that they created strictly for people who want to do fitness content.
Yeah.
Which, to each their own. I don't know, but his stuff is cool. He's a cool guy, so shout out to him. But yeah, we're hitting the positive life changes hard. I'm gonna regret saying this now, but I have 2 accountability buddies with me here in the room, so I'm gonna say it anyways. I'm doing sober October because sometimes you just need to cleanse this.
The liver needs a break.
Yeah,
from the throbbing.
We've been doing the gym.
Yeah.
I want to give myself credit and say I've been doing pretty good dieting.
Yeah.
And we do a little supplements, definitely not on gear, but take a little protein powder, pre-workout creatine. I'm trying to get you on the pre-workout because I'm telling you, it changes the game. And this one doesn't, because we like our Starbies.
We love our Starbies.
But you don't want something that's going to send you to the moon because a lot of those pre-workouts have 300 milligrams of caffeine in them, and that's just a moonshot. Like, no wonder people get hooked on using that.
Well, and then you're like jittery all the rest of the day and into the night because we go in the afternoon. I'm like, I'll never sleep again if I do that.
Well, and that's the thing too, because we're so busy. I get up super early. Your days are packed. You have meetings. And, you have to go gather donations and run calls and do all kinds of stuff. So it's like you don't want to be going to the moon late at night when it's like, it's bedtime. I'm an adult. I need to get to sleep. So the pre-workout, and you're going to have to give that a try, but it has nootropics in it. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you yet, but This is something that I've been on, and since you're a fellow coffee drinker, you will love it too.
Let's see it.
Magic Mind. And you had mentioned to me before that you liked matcha tea.
I do. I really like the matcha.
This has a nice little matcha flavor. And
keeps you focused, helps you stress less. God knows I need help in that area. Immunity, boosts your energy. All right, am I doing this?
Absolutely. Let's give it a try.
Let's do
it.
it.
I'm telling you,
This is your Sober October shot.
Well, I've been doing it for a while now, but yeah, there it goes. We'll just put that in place of the booze.
All right, here I go. Is this just literally a shot?
Yeah, just take it.
All
just
right.
drink it down, and then we'll have a little coffee, and we'll finish our pod, and you can tell everybody how you feel at the end.
Oh, I'm losing my headphones.
Keep them on.
That tastes super good.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
It's got the matcha flavor. It's got the nice little sweetness. And I'm telling you, in like 10 minutes and have a couple little sips of your Starbies, you're going to be feeling amazing.
I'm going to be the most focused creature you've ever met. Yeah, this is super cute. The packaging's cute. The taste is amazing. And I love it. Magic Mind, shout out.
And honestly,
Thanks,
I want to get my friends on this, and our friends at Magic Mind have graciously decided that they're going to be throwing us some merch for the giveaway that we have coming up.
Ooh.
Because I really want shout out to our followers and our friends and family to try this, because it is really that good. I went from drinking 2 energy drinks a day, which, to give you context, is like the moonshot of the pre-workout, where it has 300 milligrams of caffeine in it, and it's just not healthy for you.
No, it's bad.
I drink this, I'm driving to work, I sip my coffee, and I feel amazing. And I just get through the day. There's no lulls or points where I'm feeling tired. Like, I'm just dialed in. And especially with the new job, it's just been amazing to be able to show up, crush it, and just look like a G, you know, and do really well.
And cognitive health, now that we're all well in our 30s, brother, the cognitive health is super important. So nootropics really do that for you. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's important. You have to take care of this, people. I talk about my routine ad nauseum, and I'll never stop. But, you know, most importantly, your brain.
Your mind,
you don't want that to go anywhere. We need that. And if you want to keep yours right, Magic Mind.
I think I'll be buying my own little set
I'm
of
gonna
this
shout
soon.
it from the mountaintops, Sweet Derek. They will like when Will Ferrell blows the conch in Anchorman. I'll just be at the top of Lone Mountain going burr 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 burr, Magic Mind. Dude,
man.
we are on the path though. But we did we celebrated your birthday recently, which was awesome. We didn't get to do the fun stuff like we did last year, and honestly, you know, nominate me for best brother ever.
He is the best brother ever.
Last year was one of the first birthdays that you had after we lost our mom, and you know what? She always crushed it with the surprises. She always took a little special moment or so. And there's so many people that can attest to this. My mother was a wonderful person, and she did this for a lot of people.
She was.
But she just always remembered little things and things that you liked, and every gift was like artisanally curated for you.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. So, you know, we really miss our mom, and I just didn't want her to miss out on that. So I told her this year, I am going to give you a surprise. I enlisted our father, shout out Dad, and we planned a nice day. And I think all of her friends were just gushing. They were like, "You're so nice." And I'm like, "Then find someone to marry me. Do you want to marry me?"
We're looking for wife candidates for my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it was awesome. And, you know, because Caitlin's an executive, I got her a really nice car service. Shout out Captain. They're cool.
The cars rock.
You went to Red Rock. You had a nice brunch with your friend.
I did.
Chris's mom, who is an amazing florist,
Beautiful.
made those beautiful. You had a nice one for your brunch, and then we had one at home too. And I thought that was great, worth
They were
every
gorgeous.
single penny. And then we went. You had your spa day, which that spa looked lavish.
Massage, yeah,
lavish.
It was amazing.
Get the nails done.
I did.
And then Dad treated to a nice dinner at Smith and Walensky, and that'll never disappoint. If you
That
don't
was
like
incredible.
steak and potatoes and sides loaded with butter, then we
It was
can't be
good.
friends.
It was good. Yeah.
Yep.
It's important to celebrate, you know. I think especially as we get older, and certainly after losing our mom, and just kind of knowing what we've been through with losing a lot of people we love in the last couple of years. It's important to celebrate life, and I'm really excited and looking forward to your birthday, you and Dad actually.
The birthday trip is going to be awesome, and we're going to be doing pods in Joshua Tree, and I'm losing my mind. I'm so excited to share those.
I think there should be like a poolside pod.
We will see about that.
I
because
think that might need to be a
this
thing.
equipment is not cheap, and if that takes a drink, I would weep like I had lost my firstborn child.
We will protect
correct.
it. We will create a barrier.
Yeah, but we'll figure all that out. Super looking forward to that. But to Caitlin's point, yes, I wholeheartedly agree. I feel like people really lose sight of the truest meaning of things, especially holidays, because it's not about, we live in America and this is a capitalist society and everything is monetized. So, when Santa's fat ass comes riding toward us in October, which is the month of Halloween.
Yeah.
Shout out Halloween. I know we got a lot of Halloween people out there.
The only Christmas we want to see in Halloween is Nightmare Before Christmas.
I mean, Caitlin could probably confirm this, but I still feel like fall is #1 in the women's world. Like,
it is. We
has to
love
be,
it.
right? Yeah.
It's where the decor comes
pumpkin
out of
spice,
the crypt. It's where
colored
all
leaves
of our
falling
cute,
off the trees.
Yeah, and our festive outfits come out, and we get to literally watch
Ugg
movies, Ugg boots, any boot really. We're in
any
it for
kind
the
of
boot.
plaid sweater that's
Plaids.
like fake. What's it called? Burberry.
I'm sad.
I'm so sorry for cutting you off, but I just have to say this right now, ladies. I may not know a lot about fashion, but I know the difference between real Burberry and fake Burberry. And if you have that tan scarf on with the blue line, I think there's some blue and red lines and stuff, and I know it's fake, I'm going to be like, you need to take that off.
That is so mean, but also hilarious. Some of us
That
do
is
love
mean.
our
I felt
knockoffs.
horrible
We do.
saying it,
We
but
do.
whatever. I was just riding the
Well,
wave.
the funniest thing about fall in Vegas is it's literally 90 degrees right now. Like, it is not cold. It is not crisp.
Yeah,
and
it's terrible.
Remember the year we went to the pumpkin patch to get pumpkins and we were both literally dying, sweating like summer.
Yeah, and you wanted to take some nice photos, so you had like a cute little jacket, and I
was dressed and ready.
We
honey.
were in short sleeves by the time we got out there because I was like, it's too hot for this.
It was hot. It was really hot. But shout out holidays. Shout out festive AF girls. You are my people, and I love you.
Yeah, don't let the world bring you down. A lot of people hate on that. I'm one of them occasionally. Sorry.
You like festive stuff. Stop pretending like you don't. You love to bake.
I just don't like to. You know what? I feel like I'm outwardly cornbally enough. If you go on the Instagram, you could see me dumping a little bath bomb in for a Tuesday bath time. Like, I like to take care of me, but yeah, I like festive stuff too. And I mean, that was. Like I said, Mom was the shit at that. The Christmases when we were kids, they were. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Presents were a factor. Like, remembering
Huge.
Dad putting together that giant Barbie mansion and him just like sitting in the room doing one of these, just.
He literally wanted to jump off a bridge because there were 8,000 pieces to compose the house.
Why do they do that to dads?
But remember what also made it so fun is we would get up in the middle of the night after they went and set everything up because you could see down the banister. And I would literally peek down there. Girl, it was like a preview to a sample sale. I've never been so happy in my life. We got a TV. We got video games.
They'd have the boots in the fireplace. But when... Because, I would always help Dad with projects and stuff, even from a pretty young age. When I saw those boots, because they were like rubber cement boots, I was like, oh, okay. Well, that confirms that.
That's how you figured out Santa wasn't real?
That is.
Oh,
that is. Spoiler alert.
That.
Well, now you do.
When did I realize Santa wasn't real?
Yeah, figure that out really quick. We're having an impromptu Christmas episode right now, by the way.
I think I was 11 or 12. And I don't remember how, because I didn't see it. Like, Mom was like the ninja of hiding gifts and shit. But how did I find out Santa wasn't real? I did. I was 11 or 12.
That question for you.
I was 11 or 12.
If it comes back to you, shout it out. Get it in there.
Bring it around the horn.
Yeah, but all of that, all the holidays were special. And also, like, shout out to our neighbors, too. They were awesome, and we legitimately had a nice community.
Remember the Halloween haunted houses? The hayride guy that would drive through, apple bobbing. Our neighborhood when we were kids was litty as a titty, honey. It was insane.
Put it right there, Derek. Litty as a titty. Well, see, no, those were the poachers. The hay trailers, they were shipping them in from different neighborhoods to come get in on our goods.
Mom hired him for your birthday one year at the park. Remember?
Well, so that was, you're talking about
you were
early
like
Halloween.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, when I swear to God if I can find it, when at that age, Mother got me a Speedo. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Speedo looks like a bikini bottom for a little girl, not for a little boy. She was like, "Oh, Mom got me a new bikini. This is awesome." I'm paraphrasing. You know, I hate when people do that and make like children and babies sound intelligent, but just roll with me here. And she was like looking at it, and Mom was like, "Oh, here, Kyle, I got you a Speedo." I was not about that shit. Even at 4 years old. Nope, I don't need my.
It's probably because you saw John Carleo and Dad in Speedos when we were younger.
No. Well, I don't know Dad so much, but
those
John,
two grown men in their Speedos, bless.
John was
Shout
stuffed
out.
into that thing, and
with
then
the cigar.
The cigar. He had the chest hair all out. He had the gold chain. I mean, I'm right there with you, John.
Shout out John Carleo. We love the Carleos.
We're gonna have to tag everybody. We're just shouting out so many people.
Tagging,
it's
flagging.
Fine. Sharing the love. But yeah, it was nice. We had a legit community, and everybody kind of did their thing. I mean, we hosted a ton of parties. We would do 4th of July. Mom would always do hot dogs and chili on Halloween. When Halloween was popping in the neighborhood.
Then we would go trick or treat.
Nope.
Christmas bunko with my girls. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that this year.
Yeah, bunko is super fun. It's definitely. I mean, I know there's a slim chance that I'll be finding a men's bunko group, but if you need an extra, I'm
you
there.
You and Derek could start a group. Like I do love that.
Yeah,
I'll be the moderator.
Fond memories. Anytime I got to fill in bunko and just hurt those ladies' feelings by destroying them randomly and with the absolute. Most insane luck, just rolling.
They
3
probably
dice.
let you win.
How did they let Caitlin? Think about what you just said. How on earth would they have let me win?
Okay, fair enough. Not the sharpest crayon. In
yeah,
the box
give me
today.
my credit where credit is due. I know when I'm getting hustled. I mean, if you're gonna hustle and let me win, then fine.
Hey,
But yeah, all of that. And then Frank, R.I.P. Frank, he would always have the Christmas party, and he would have the nog with the liquor
drunken
in
eggnog.
it. And, you know, when you got in your teens, you sneak a little cup of that because you want to see what that's all about. I don't think you did, but I definitely did.
Oh, I did. I was like, I want to taste it. It was stiff.
Yes. Frank.
He had the most amazing bar, too, remember?
I have been such a good boy this whole episode, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Frank, and in the best way possible, and I loved this man. He was so cool. Frank didn't give a fuck.
Frank did not
Frank
give one
lived
fuck.
his life exactly how he wanted to.
He
knew exactly how he wanted to do it, and he was just a hell of a guy. Frank,
remember whenever we wanted a soda, we'd be like, Mom, we're going to Frank's, because our parents would not let us have soda. And we would go down there, and we'd go in the garage and literally sit on the stool and drink a Coke while he was fixing computers for the elderly, because Frank was an undercover philanthropist. He loved helping people, and we would sit there, but our parents would come find us after like an hour or two, and they're like, how many of those sodas did you have?
Yeah.
3.
Well, also, he'd leave the garage open, and I don't know if you ever did this, but I would just go in there and nab one.
Yeah, I'm like, I need a soda.
And a couple times, he heard me, and he was like, ah, in the garage door. Because this man, to her point, he helped a lot of people. He was a hell of a guy.
Military.
But he outwardly just always tried to be cranky and
try
to seem like he was a
Scrooge.
prick, but he was an awesome guy.
And his wife Marilyn was
Yep,
amazing. Yeah,
yep.
we grew up in like ideal situations with our neighbors being so
we got
awesome.
super lucky. We had a couple Filipino families next door, and let me tell you something right now. If you have not been to a Filipino cookout, then you haven't lived. If you haven't been standing next to the grandma and the auntie making the lumpia, and they just give you hot, fresh ones, and they just keep feeding you because
till the
they
end of
want
time.
you to have enough to eat, and they're the best.
Shout out
man.
San Luis. Shout out Loisels. You guys are the goats.
Yeah. Yep. But yep, we came up nice. We certainly did. We certainly did. So what have you got planned to the cap off the end of the year, other than obviously the birthday trip, which will be awesome?
Well, 2 of my girlfriends are getting married in October.
Oh boy.
So I'll be in a wedding, traveling to both weddings.
That really leans into the whole women love fall theme, to your point, Sweet
Oh,
Derek.
yeah.
Thank you so
Fall
much.
weddings. Who doesn't love a fall wedding? Shout out fall weddings.
It's about the photos, isn't it?
It is. The leaves are falling.
You have to
and
do the one where you're like throwing the
throwing
bouquet
them.
and the leaves are gently
you run
blowing.
through,
And
yeah.
God willing, there's a dove that just decides, I'm going to get my picture taken
or your
today, and,
hair
like,
just
sails
gets
through.
wistfully
Absolutely.
blown. You look like Fabio's sister. It's great.
Totally natural and not in any way
No one
artificially produced.
ever staged it.
Happened. The photo was epic.
And then we've got our gala at work. So I work for a charity, and we have our big annual fundraising event that's going to be space themed. And then your birthday, Dad's birthday, Thanksgiving, Mom's birthday, Christmas, and God willing, we make it to the next year.
Yeah, we got a loaded schedule. I'm really hoping that I can keep this new job with all this stuff I have to do, because we have the trip, and then, of course, Sweet Derek and I are going to Austin at the end of the year, which is going to be sick.
You
but
will.
Whatever.
It'll be
Either way,
fine.
I'll be fine. I always land on my feet, people. I figure it out.
You do that. You do.
I don't know if we're doing full-blown decorating this year, though. I got to be honest with you, pal. The lights will go up. I will promise you that.
Give
I will
me
get the
like a
lights in.
basic wispy string on each level, and I'll be happy. But I'm decorating the house. You know I love decorating the house.
Yeah. I'll help you with that. We got to do, I mean, or we could just totally sell out and do like the Grinch blow up and like a single string going in there. I don't like that, though. That is lazy shit. Like, that does not
Well, you
count.
could attach him, but then still have the other ones.
Yeah, but that's the equivalent of on Halloween having a bowl there that says, please
Did
take
you and
one.
Dad
Like, do
get-
you really trust children that much?
No.
Should we give them the nuclear codes now?
You got a Grinch blow up? I didn't even know this.
No. Oh, no, that hasn't happened.
That needs to
I
happen.
was offering that as a potential thing.
I love
that
it.
would happen.
I need that now. Has to
Okay,
happen.
right now. So since we're doing my birthday trip, and we talked about your awesome birthday that I did, because I'm awesome, and you could even answer this question by saying, that was my dream birthday, and you really killed it. What would be your dream? And I'm talking about the moon is the limit.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
You're Elon rich, or you have access to Elon wealth. Are you
Yeah.
going to space?
No.
Jeff Bezos
No.
and Blue Origin, so
No.
he can ignore
I'm afraid of
you
heights. No.
having an existential experience.
No. No Jeff Bezos, no Elon. No, I told you next year we're going to be doing the family Europe trip.
Yeah, that'll be
But
fun.
if I had to Greece, but if I had unlimited funds, I mean, that's what I would do. I would travel the world. I'd be like, let's go, guys. Like, where do we want to go? What do we want to see? Do we want to go on a safari in Africa and then go sit on a beach in Spain?
Okay,
Yes,
so
we
what's
do.
the one just insane thing that you're going to buy and or do that nobody would think of it? They would be like, no way. They wouldn't
Nobody
believe
would
that you
think
did
of
it. Because you got to do something crazy, like go big. Everybody's going to
All
travel
right.
the world.
Well, what if
Caitlin.
I bought a yacht and that was how I was getting around everywhere?
Man, I love your rich girl mentality.
It's
and
good. It
when
goes with
you
the
get
fall
there,
AF.
Just let me be the deckhand boy, and I'll brush her off.
No, you're the
and
manager.
yeah,
you're my
okay,
manager. Let's
sure.
go.
Managing.
Because you know I do get a little feral sometimes.
Pod coming to the multi-million-dollar yacht. Soon,
Pod on a yacht.
apparently.
I'll be the little yacht boy with the towel on my arm.
Come
That's
on,
what
come on,
producers
Sweet
are.
Derek. Come along on the pod.
Only if
on
you
the
have
yacht.
to wear like really short shorts.
He's gonna get you the Speedo from when he was little.
But
You're
up
gonna
top,
get a Speedo, Sweet
it's
Derek.
the full butler thing with the long tails that go down and
And
a
a
bow
Speedo.
tie, and the hair needs to be crispy.
And flippers, just in case like one of the dogs goes overboard. Sweet Derek's like, and we're in the water.
I mean, honestly, if I'm super rich, I'm getting into cloning. I'm like first cloning thing.
Oh,
No. Stay with me.
Whoa, weird turn.
Stay with me. I would clone Pip immediately. I would take some of his little DNA. He was the greatest dog ever. Now,
Actually, I'm on board with this idea if it's about the dogs.
as long as he doesn't turn into a Pet Cemetery monster or something, that is
no.
the what's it called? It's somebody's law, Murphy's law. So we're not okay. I'm abandoning the cloning. Would you do that though? Because okay, so there's this guy. His name is Brian. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I will have Sweet Derek put a picture up right here. But he has this. He sold a payment processing company, I believe, and now he runs this thing called Project Blueprint, where he is essentially doing a lifelong test on his body. He gets regularly all these tests, some of which are, you have to look this up. It is insane, Caitlin.
Yeah,
Brian Johnson?
Brian Johnson, that's him. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. His videos fascinate me because he really he is rich, and he spends $2 million a year to maintain this regimen to essentially reverse time or slow down his aging process.
He's an 18-year-old in a 45-year-old's body. Am I reading this correctly?
So it says a 45-year-old tech millionaire regains the fitness of an 18-year-old, and it says by spending $2 million a year, Johnson has reversed his biological age by 5 years.
So he is now, to his credit, I do think he's a little strange looking, and he moisturizes a lot. That face looks so good. You would be look up the videos, Caitlin. You will be jealous of this man's skin.
I know. I love good skin.
And he keeps it tight. He has a super strict vegan diet. They track every single macro.
Who is
micro.
they? He has like a medical team.
He has a team of doctors. I believe there is 9 of them. But Sweetderek can confirm that now.
The Illuminati.
They do regular blood testing, and I think he does supplement and stuff as well.
But all he does all day is eat, exercise, and keep himself well.
And presumably, because he's documenting all of this, and I don't know everything about this man, but
is he trying to do this to pocket this to rich people? Here's how you can be younger.
That is what I think, but he's presenting it as, I'm doing this research on myself, so future generations know how you can live a long and healthy life.
Now I kind of like the humanitarian version of that, actually.
That's cool, but when somebody has $300 million, do you think they're just going, I want to make everybody's lives better?
No. There's a dark side to altruism.
I can't get on that bandwagon.
No, this is a fact, and I will say this, and I stand by this point, is when you get to a point where finances don't matter, so when you're a billionaire, what is the last thing they want? Longer life. That's all they want. Time is the ultimate currency for them because they have anything and everything.
Exactly.
Correct.
So of course that's why he's doing that. Yeah.
Time should, even if you're not wealthy, time should be your biggest asset, you know?
I mean, if you're going to do something, Brian, cure cancer. For God's sakes, do something big, because I feel like a lot of that gets suppressed, and I'm not going to get too tinfoily hatty. So pivoting to another thing, but seriously, look that up. And if you haven't seen that, Derek, look it up.
Yeah,
People
I can't
at home,
wait.
Look up Brian and check out what he's all about. Project Blueprint. It is quite interesting. This other thing, so since we've been doing the gym, I'm buying the suppies. We're health.
We're Magic Mind, which I do feel fabulous
which is
right
incredible. It's great. A lot of ads for the TRT and stuff, which I'm not doing that. I don't know how I feel about putting a needle in my body, and also I'm not doing that as long as I have gas in the tank and we can go to the gym. I'm not doing that until I get like in my 40s and I need a little boost.
A little scoot down the boot.
But now they're showing there's these other things that are also performance enhancers, and I don't know enough about this to speak on it intelligently, but they're called SARMs. It's essentially marketed as a less than steroids thing, like you get the steroids, go, but not the steroids. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Like your heart attack and your lungs and your kidneys and
the bottles that they're selling you say on them for research purposes only.
Oh no,
not for human consumption. Why would you put that in your body?
And I think, you know what, you bring up an interesting point, right? Because we are all, and like Derek nailed it, right? Even when you have an exorbitant amount of money, what is the one thing everybody wants to do, especially in today's culture? Live longer, look younger, be better, be faster, be stronger. And it's honestly, there is no secret. And I think that's the saddest part of this whole thing is like, guess what the secret is? Go to the gym, eat a relatively clean and healthy diet, sleep at night. I swear to God,
hydration.
I think the reason, drink your water all day long.
Stay hydrated.
But you know, and I think that's the saddest part is like we are being sold so many things, and the reality is that the basics are actually what will drive you to longevity. Because I think our generations, are going to live well into their 80s and 90s if you're in good health. If you haven't taken care of yourself, you know, they always say you're going to be taking care of your illness.
Yeah, but there's also your genetics are predisposed to certain things, and if you are not treating your body kindly, which is why we're doing Sober October, then you will pay for it.
Yeah, 100.
Anyways, in closing, check out some theater sometimes. Perhaps a production that she's in. You will enjoy it.
Yeah.
love your family, enjoy the holidays. Don't make it all about some commercial bullshit. Like, get out there, spread the love.
It's about people and the time we spend together, for sure.
Correct. Don't use SARMs. If you want to try steroids and TRT, good luck. Please consult a doctor and do so responsibly so you do not suffer a horrible fate. And lastly, thank you. This has been a lot of fun. Love you, sis. Thank you for coming on the pod, and we will do this again in the future. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, Caitlin will be launching her own pod very, very soon. You're going to start out with audio only, I think, and then we are actually, I've mentioned this before, we are building a studio, and once we get into the studio and we get your stuff set up, you will be doing video as well. But the audio episodes, look out for that. Is it going to be Convos with Kate?
Yeah, conversations with Caitlin, but all my socials will be Convos with Kate, and it's going to be little more lifestyle. I think it'll be the female version of what these guys are producing, but talking about a lot of the funny stories and things with my career in philanthropy and talking about grief, because I think, as you mentioned, Kyle, like, you know, losing our mom was like super tough. And I think there's a lot of people out there that feel alone in that. At least that was kind of my experience initially. And yeah, just talking about people's lives and their stories. I really am interested in having conversations with real people, everyday people, hearing about the remarkable things that make them who they are.
And perhaps you will have a conversation with me at some point. I
would be thrilled to have you and Sweet Derek on to have a conversation with Caitlin.
That will be incredible. So keep a lookout for that. If you're on the socials, Convos with Kate, check that out. And we love you, Natty Nation. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Hopefully you enjoyed these last couple episodes. We are shooting in 4K. We are doing the most to just make this as best as we possibly can for you. We love the feedback. You guys have been incredible. So with that being said, I'm Uncle Kyle. Sweet Derek's on the sticks. This is my sis, Caitlin. And we'll see you later.
Later, Natty Nation.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Naturals Pod. Please remember to follow us on your Twitter and Instagram accounts at thenaturalspod. Do you have what it takes to join the Natty Nation? Like and subscribe to find out.